Hi Cancer, this is Power and Light Tarot, bringing you your reading for the time period of November 15th through the end of the month. And I hope you guys are all doing well here. I realize some of you are kind of going through something, but this is actually a good reading. So please like, share, and subscribe. I'm really appreciating it and sending out a lot of love in these videos. And also check your moon and your rising. You can do that over at cafeastrology.com if you don't know your chart. And you're going to find a wealth of information in your moon and your rising, okay? Now, this might not resonate for everybody. This has turned into a love reading. So, you know, if you're not dealing with anybody, it simply may not resonate, right? So, I have your reading here, and actually I had to re-record here because, I don't know, my camera was not charging. There's always an issue. But anyway, I have pulled 3 oracle cards, and Cancer, you're doing pretty darn good here in terms of you are divinely protected, divinely connected, and it says use your practical intuition here, okay? So here are the 3 oracle cards. This says practical intuition. It doesn't say use it, but you know, with these 2 cards here, divine protection and divine connection, I feel like the universe is watching out for you and they're telling you to use your intuition, okay? So if you're a Cancer, you know, the water signs are born with intuition. They are. So not to say that the other signs cannot be intuitive. That is not true either, but I know for a fact that, you know, the Queen of Cups is somebody who has a lot of intuition, and, you know, it just is. Water signs have, they just have like this innate, inborn intuition, so, you know, I would definitely try tapping into that. So if you're watching these readings, I feel like, you know, you at least are believing in, you know, some spirituality, right? Or, yeah, some connection here. So we have the 10 of Wands here as your overall energy, Cancer. So right now, you know, something's a burden or has been a burden in the, you know, in the past, in the recent past. But, you know, you're like nixing it, okay? Because you are the 9 of Pentacles here. And, you know, it's possible that this burden is somebody who is, maybe, you know, an earth sign, 9 of Pentacles. But I think what's happening here, Cancer, is that, you know, something's a burden, but you're like, I want to be single here, okay? I want to take care of myself and, you know, go in my little yard and drink from my vineyard here and play with my exotic animal. But you're definitely, whatever this burden is, and we are going to discover that in just a few minutes here, you are taking on this self-nurturing, self-growth, abundant time in your life right now. So I feel like you're making a bad thing into a good thing, okay? Now, what's crossing you is the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So, you know, this is what's challenging or what's crossing you. So, you know, this burden definitely had to do with love, had to do with, you know, a union. Excuse me, a family. It had to do with the 10 of Cups, right? Now, I feel like this is you, Cancer, you know, taking on this King of Cups. You could be a woman being the King of Cups. You could be a man. You could be just basically alive, okay? And you're taking this on, this energy, handling your emotions so well over, you know, over a love situation here. Because, you know, it may have become a burden here in the past, having this maybe here, and so this is why I believe you are being single, okay? Maybe you were trying to achieve that with somebody and you just said, screw this, I'm just going to be single here. This is how this looks here. So, you know, we have Temperance here, and this is why it's all happening. This is the Sagittarian card. You know, the angel is basically tempering, or she's grounding herself spiritually, practically, you know, with the earth there and with the sea, she is, you know, spiritually grounding herself. So she is basically healing, or, you know, she can be just handling things with great wisdom, patience, and looking at things both practically and spiritually, okay? And she's blending those qualities. and it is over a betrayal, okay? With the Ten of Swords showing up here. This is over, this betrayal. So, you know, no worries. And you are, you know, you're grounding yourself here, Cancer. So here you are over here as the King of Cups, handling your emotions, you know, able to show love, but not, you know, not letting things that don't serve you or things that may have not worked out, like this betrayal here, you're not letting it really hurt you, so to speak, because here you are healing over here, and here you are with the Nine of Pentacles, just having it all, and having it all alone and abundant, and just basically taking good care of yourself and working on you. In the recent past, you were the Two of Swords and the Magician, or this was in your environment here. So, you know, I believe that in the recent past you were at a stalemate over a situation. You couldn't decide. Now, it could have been, you know, you couldn't decide on an Aries, possibly with the Magician card showing up. But I feel like you, in the recent past, you could have blocked somebody, okay? You could have blocked this Aries if there is an Aries in your life. Or, you know, it could have been a player too. The Magician can be a player even in the upright. But I feel like you were at a stalemate on how to manifest something, how to bring something, you know, into fruition, how to have it, right? How to manifest it here. And I feel like it has to do with this betrayal over here and this Ten of Cups. I really feel like you were trying to manifest the Ten of Cups with somebody here, and it just became such a burden. You're like, oh, screw this. I'm just going to go be single, okay? And I'm going to stop and get a pedicure on the way, and maybe a facial, and, you know, and then drink a glass of wine off of my own vineyard here. So next up is the Two of Wands here. This is what's consciously affecting you. So you're definitely making plans for yourself. You are trying to decide either between a path or a partner here. To me, I feel like you're deciding on a path, okay? The Two of Wands is, you know, he's holding the world up here, looking out onto the ocean and saying, what am I going to do here, okay? Where do I go? What action should I take here? And, you know, the Two of Wands can be sometimes you're turning your back on something as well. You're turning your back on something, and because you are, you know, focusing on choosing a path here. Now, with that Two of Wands being there, you know, with these cards, I feel like you are, you could be turning your back on a third-party situation here with this Three of Pentacles here. But you could also be just, you know, deciding or, you know, choosing a life path, and it could have to do with, you know, maybe some collaboration here, maybe with the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like what's happening though is that with this Queen of Pentacles, you know, you're trying to decide on a life path here, and you're taking on this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But you're taking on that energy, and you are saying, you know, I'm going to have abundance here. The Queen of Pentacles is the queen that basically she's domestic, but she's a career woman. Okay, so she has her own money. She's holding up her giant coin over here, okay, and it's worth like $1 zillion here, okay. So she's holding that up, and you know, you're deciding, you're trying to choose a life path here, and it is over. It's also, you're considering your abundance and your progress and your stability here when you're making this decision. You could be also, you know, going to the church, or, you know, you could be going or asking for some type of consultation maybe, okay? This can even be spiritual because the church is showing up here, all right? You could be going to a tarot reader, seriously, you know, for some guidance here. But you're definitely, you know, what's affecting you consciously is you're making a choice here. You are choosing a life path or a partner, and you're either turning your back on a third party here, because we do have this Ten of Swords here and the Three of Swords showing up later in your reading. So you're choosing a life path, and I think it really has to do with stability and abundance and, you know, being grounded. But you're either turning your back on a third party, you know, in your quest to decide on a path, or you are just trying to find some, maybe some teamwork and how to collaborate possibly with somebody or a group of people. Now, the near future, my Cancers, my Cancerians, is the Star card, okay? You could be dealing with an Aquarian. And the Star card shows up with the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So this is in your near future. Now, you know, you could have some wish coming true, but I think that the Star card is showing up here because you are healing, okay, in the near future. You know, why this is all happening, the root, Temperance, is showing up, and that is some serious healing, okay? That's grounding yourself, and, you know, within that grounding yourself, you are healing yourself, okay? So I think this reading has to do with, you know, a conscious effort to heal yourself, and I think you're really doing a great job, you know, at it, okay? So with the Star card, the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands, you know, I feel like you are healing, but you're trying to take some action possibly in the near future. And you could just be trying to hold on to something. You could be holding back here. Or you could be dealing with somebody with this energy, okay? You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. But, you know, you could be healing in, you know, in the near future from this type of energy. And you could also be having a wish come true, possible, you know, regarding, you know, you could be taking action in a way to try to hold on to something. But let's look over here and see, you know, let's get some more cards here and we will, you know, figure this out here. You could also be healing over here with the Star card, yeah, from somebody who maybe was holding back, and somebody who's kind of in and out, okay? Somebody who's selfish. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be selfish, okay? And they can be some kind of an in and out person. You know, this is supposed to be Aries, Leo, or Sag energy with the Knight of Wands, but seriously, there's all kinds of earth, water, and air signs who can take on this energy, and they are not reliable, and they're in and out. You know, they might come one weekend, and the next weekend they're not. There's nowhere to be found. So I feel like you're healing from that type of energy. So next up here we have the Page of Cups here, and this is how you're seeing yourself. That's pretty cool. Now the Page of Cups is someone who brings some. They're messengers. But it's not always about bringing communication. The Page of Cups can be open to love, okay? Because the Page is at the first level. You know, you could be seeing yourself as wanting a new start in love, possibly. Or maybe offering your cup to somebody as the Page of Cups. I feel like you're just open to love and you're seeing yourself. Because it's showing up with the Nine of Swords and the Emperor. I think you're seeing yourself as... you could be offering your cup to an emperor type. This is somebody who, you know, is kind of an authority figure. It can be, but, you know, if they're acting like they're the shit and they are running the show, so to speak, that can be an emperor as well, okay? So, you know, but I feel like you're seeing yourself as maybe open to love. You could be seeing yourself as, you know, somebody bringing you an apology too. But I feel like you're just seeing yourself as open to love maybe after you have gone through this Nine of Swords energy where you were, you know, worried and really upset and sad. And I feel like you are trying to take control of your life here with the Emperor, and you're trying to use your wisdom here, okay, and your life experience here. And you're setting boundaries and you're creating structure in your life because you don't want this anymore, okay? You were really sad before. And now, you know, you're able to, you know, you could be maybe open to love here. Yeah. So let's go on with the next one. We are, the Strength card is here with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups was actually in the reverse. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the Two of Cups is, you know, the Two of Cups is in the reverse. So there definitely was a breakup. And you're seeing yourself as trying to have strength here. You could be dealing with a Leo, but you know, you could also be seeing yourself as trying to tame yourself, like trying to tame your emotions maybe about this breakup, okay? Because I feel like, you know, in your reading, this is all about conscious healing. You're healing yourself, and you're telling yourself, you know, I'm going to heal myself and get over this shit, and I'm going to be living in the Nine of Pentacles energy with, you know, Miss Beautiful Abundant here, okay? So, your hopes and wishes over here, Cancer, the Three of Swords is in the reverse, and the Nine of Cups is here. So, you know, I feel like you have a wish here that you want to fulfill here. And your hope is to just, you know, leave this third party, whatever this was, this heartbreak, this backstabbing that's shown up in the root position here, that you are healing from. You know, your wish is just to leave this shit behind, okay? And be happy. And these are your hopes and fears, all right? And you're hoping to leave this Three of Swords in the past and, you know, and be happy. And I feel like you're doing that, okay? Now, in your outcome, Cancer, we have the Queen of Wands. And, you know, she's here with her little black cat. So try not to mess with her because she might, you know, she has a wand there too, okay? So she might start stirring the cauldron and, you know, put you under a spell here, or put somebody under a spell. The person who stabbed you, okay? So the Queen of Wands is here with the Five of Cups. And this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian energy, the Queen of Wands. Doesn't have to be, but this is fiery, passionate, and it's courageous energy, okay? The Queen of Wands has lots of courage. You know, she just says, screw you. You know, if I have to be alone, I will be, because I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to go work on all my little projects over here. And, you know, she could be an artist. The Queen of Wands are about, they are about creativity, expansion. So she doesn't give a shit, okay, if kind of things didn't work out. And that's, I feel like that's what you're embodying, okay? So you're having courage now in your outcome, you know, where before there was fighting or competition. There could have been, you know, a few different people trying to get at your guy or whatever, trying to get at your girl maybe. You know, you could have been dealing with a player here, because there is heartbreak here. There is backstabbing here, but, you know, the overall theme here is that you are definitely healing yourself and seeing yourself as, you know, as a bit of a badass here, okay? And taking on this Nine of Pentacles energy. But you are, in your outcome, you're having courage over this, okay? I feel like you are going to succeed in your healing. You could have a little bit of regret here about maybe what happened in the past, but I feel like you're overcoming it with the Queen of Wands, okay? So I hope you guys liked your reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sending out a lot of love. And yeah, so wishing you power and light, guys.